Yes guys, good morning. Apologies for the puffy eyes. I'm literally just out of bed. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to hit you with a full day of eating, and just in time for this video I've actually updated myself and Chloe's little whiteboard there in the background with our food. So Chloe was complaining for months and months and months that I just had my meal plan on the whiteboard. So you know, just to keep her happy, as her Christmas present, I actually updated the whiteboard for her, didn't I, Chloe?
Yeah, too good to me.
Too good to her. So standard procedure, every single morning we come down, we have our coffee, and we also have our Hydromax, but we're out of Hydromax at the moment because another thing Chloe likes to do is actually just wait until something is gone to tell me it's gone, instead of saying to me like 10 days beforehand, you know, we're running kind of low on Hydromax, we should probably order that. I just come down one morning and there's just no Hydromax there for me. So I actually cramped up like a motherfucker in the gym the other day, and it was all Chloe's fault. So
fantastic.
So yeah, so we need to get on that. We need to get on ordering that. But coffee, hydrate with just some normal cordial here, and then we'll sit down and chill for a while and have meal number one. All right guys, meal number one. So we have got 80 grams of core, 60 grams of whey, 150 grams of blueberries, and 30 grams of pippin nut coconut almond butter, the best almond butter or nut butter actually, for that fact that there is. So get on it. We also have 20 units of Lantus with this meal, if this will focus. There we go, 20 units of Lantus with meal one. So last update and like full day of eating, you would have seen from me, I was just doing 5 units of Lantus post show. I think now, just about 3.5 months post show, when Cooper made that initial adjustment to my food, just bumped the Lantus from 5 straight up to 20. But I definitely feel like I probably need it a little bit more now, as I'm probably not as like sensitive as I would have been immediately post show. So yeah, I think it's definitely serving its purpose, and definitely increased the appetite just a touch when I did actually implement it, so that was good. All right guys, so with meal number one, we are supersetting some Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So Christmas, as you can see by our Christmas tree here, has officially started in the DMAC Chloe Thompson household. So it's actually the 22nd, Friday the 22nd of December today. So Chloe is officially on her Christmas holidays at the moment. So normally on a day like today, we get up, we do our cardio in the morning. Chloe would potentially train, I do my cardio in the morning, and then we go to the gym later on in the afternoon. But seeing as it's, you know, Christmas, and we started watching Harry Potter last night, and we've got like 50 minutes left to watch because it got past our bedtime, we had to go to sleep, and these films are all like fucking 2.5 hours long, right? So we're finishing it off this morning before we go and do our cardio then. So normally I would do my cardio fasted first thing in the morning, but today I'm just going to do it like an hour or maybe 2 hours, an hour and a half after my first meal, which is fine. And then we're both going to go in and train push. Chloe has upper later on in the afternoon. So I have actually changed from doing my cardio on my rest days to one on the rest day before I train legs, and then the other on push day, the morning of push day, right? And the reason for that being is the day after I train legs, I am absolutely fucking mangled, okay? So the last thing I want to do from a recovery perspective is go in and do the stairs. I can go in and I can do it and it's fine, but my legs just feel a little bit more tender than usual. So I'm giving them that like full day, the next day after legs, to completely recover. And then I'm just going in the following day on the morning to push, to do my Stairmaster, and then just go in later on in that day, you know, to train. And I think it's been a little bit better from a recovery perspective, because doing cardio in the morning before push doesn't really take away from my session that much. But I feel like doing it the day after legs, when my legs are still pretty mangled, potentially could just, you know, smash legs a little bit more and not give them the time they need to recover. So I've done that. This will be like my third, maybe fourth cardio session on like a push day, and so far I can definitely notice the subtle difference, right? So bodybuilding is all about these nuances, these small little subtle kind of tweaks that you make to suit yourself along the way. For somebody else, you know, it might be fine to just do their do their Stairmaster the day after they train legs, and it mightn't really impact their recovery that much. But for me, I just find this is a slightly better way, and probably because if you do that, then you train legs like a little bitch. So we're going to watch the rest of Harry Potter here, and we'll catch up with you for pre-workout meal. All right guys, back in the kitchen. So meal number two is going down here. We've got the rice in the rice cooker, which has just been cooked. Myself and Chloe's rice, I just weigh it out, cook it in the morning, and we just pull from that from the day. It stays nice and warm. Now, whilst I was preparing this meal, I also prepared my intra for the gym, and then just like my whey shake for my next meal, which is going to be my pre-workout meal. So I'll just leave that chilling, as it's always much nicer when it's like really cold, right? Top tip for you on intra, if you're making your intra, right? If you ever get like lumps in your intra, or if you ever have like the intra sticking to like the top of the cap or anything like that, it's probably because you're filling the water bottle up too much, right? So when you're making your intra, literally only fill it up to there, like max, because when you put the powder in, you actually need like a good bit of space to actually be able to like shake the intra powder up for it to like mix around and for it to actually dissolve. Because if you're like barely leaving any space, when you shake it, it just goes into a little ball, and there's so much water in it that it can't actually like move around, do you get me? So top tip when you're making your intra, leave a good bit of space in there so that it doesn't all get lumpy, because you don't want to be like drinking a big lump of just like fucking, I don't know, chemicals when you're in the middle of your session. So rice here, this meal is going to be 100 grams of raw weight rice, which is 250 grams of cooked weight rice. So I always do like the exact same amount of water and like the exact same amount of rice in this rice cooker. So I know that 100 grams of raw weight rice is 250 grams of cooked weight rice. So I'll just bang that on the scales now. Oh, that rice is lovely. We need to get a new rice cooker. When we first came over and that whole disastrous situation happened, we prepped our meals in Cubas the first day. We had this Yum Asia rice cooker. Now the thing is about fucking 200 pounds, right? But how nice was the rice that came out of it, like? It was unbelievable. It was like proper like Asian rice that you got in like, I don't know, fucking Chinese or something, right? So this rice cooker Chloe got me for Christmas like 2 years ago. Best Christmas present ever. It was like, what was it, 35 euro or something? But I think I might have to upgrade to the proper one soon. So I've got my pre and post workout chicken here. So again, I'll just half that and pop it in, and then we will pop 2 grams of pink salt in here, some cinnamon, 100 grams of banana, whether that's more or less than this, I don't know. And then that would be meal number 2. So put the macros for this meal up on the screen, and then we'll catch up with you in another little bit for the pre-workout meal. All right guys, we are back for meal number 3, which is our pre-workout meal. So we have got a mixture of Rice Krispies and Frosties here. So we got 100 grams of Rice Krispies and 25 grams of Frosties. Frosties are just an elite cereal, but you know, I get the cheap own brand like Tesco Rice Krispies, which are like fuck all, but obviously Frosties for this like big mega box up here, it's like £7 or something absolutely outrageous. So I just have a little sprinkle of Frosties on top for taste. We've got 100 grams of banana, we've got our lovely cold whey shake from earlier, and then with this meal we also have 2 caramel rice cakes and 5 units of Novo Rapid. There we go. So that is going to be our pre-workout meal. We're going to eat this now, and then we'll probably head, there we go, and then we'll probably head into the gym to train in like an hour. I really like cereal as like a pre-workout meal because it just sits like really well, and I can train like pretty quickly afterwards, even though the chicken rice banana meal actually does sit pretty well as well. So I think once my food gets like high, like much higher than it is now. What are my calories at the moment? 4,641. So not really that high, you know, kind of like moderate for me. When my calories get up to like 5,000 again, I think I'll start having the cereal post-workout because we're spending so long in the gym these days since we moved, especially if I am training with the lads or anything like that. Like they take a while in the gym. So obviously that big window in the day is taking me much longer than it would have before. So I need to get my meal into me quickly post-workout and eat again in quick succession, and I really don't like eating close to bed. So you know, if I get back from the gym late and I have 3 meals to get into me and it's like 3 or 4 o'clock, I kind of struggle a little bit. So I might rejig things around fairly soon where I do the cereal post and I do the rice meal pre. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What are you having, Chloe?
Cream rice, but you're using the Wayneskin, so hurry up.
Grrr, angry Chloe today. Here, you can have it. You could have just taken it.
Yeah, but you're on my way.
There we go. I'm always in our way. You're welcome. Yes, yes. Close next door. Right, lads. Time to see how we're looking. Oh, I would wear the Converse on the day I'm posing, wouldn't I?
Yup.
The one shoe I have to fucking... You know what, I'll leave these. I'll just leave these. And we just drop the fucking...
Drop the pants.
Drop the pants. Wait. Right. Pushed it, wrapped up. So...
Look nice and brown from all those sunbeds.
Yeah, we're back on the beds now. I just got pale there with that move. Fairly fat, isn't it? The back is pretty fat, but it's still not too fat from the front.
Here go the pants now.
Yeah, upper body pump with flat legs isn't the best. Can't get into that. Alright guys, we're back from the gym. Successful-ish session. Pump was good, as you will have seen, and we're not overly fat yet, and we've seen a nice little bit of an increase in weight there over the last couple of days at last, because I was stuck and hovering in around 104.2, 0.3 kilos for about 2 weeks, but I think I was like 105.7 on the scales this morning, so I think we've hit the 105s like twice this week. So we're on the way back up again, which is good. Post-workout meal here. We have got 175 grams of chicken, we have got 100 grams of banana, and we have got 125 grams of jasmine rice with 20 grams of honey, and then 5 IUs of Novo Rapid as well. So that's going to be the post-workout meal, guys, going in. Actually quite a light and quite an easy to eat post-workout meal. So I feel like for me, you know, the meals you would have seen so far, meal one, you know, that kind of poverty 80 gram bowl of cream of rice, that's like a prep meal pretty much for me in terms of cream of rice. I was used to nailing like 150 gram cream of rice portions in my last off season, so 80 grams feels like nothing. That meal one, you know, probably my meal three, which is my post-workout meal, or pre-workout meal, and this post-workout meal, I could all bump those up quite easily. And to be honest, the remainder of the meals, which you'll see after this, meals 5 and 6, I'll probably just keep them the exact same, and just keep the kind of food volume just right before I go to bed, or in the evening time in general, down a little bit lower. You know, I always find I'm much easier able to kind of eat more throughout the early portion of the day than I am the later portion of the day, and I think that's just because I've had that long window of fasting while I've been sleeping. Not actively fasting, but you know, just your digestive system clearing out while you're sleeping. So we're going to eat this now, potentially go for a little walk. We're going to go for a walk though. Maybe Chloe wanted to go for a walk, but I think now that she's home, she just wants to sit down, relax, and watch Harry Potter. We've started the Chamber of Secrets, so Chamber of Secrets is up next, and we're going to try and make our way through the entire Harry Potter series before the Christmas period is over. So I had planned on starting on the 24th, so that would take us right up to the new year, because there's 8 films and 8 days from the 24th would take us right up. But I think we're just going to start a little bit early because Chloe's on her Christmas holidays now, so we'll probably have them banged out by by Stephen's Day at the rate we're going, because we'll probably be watching them during the day as well. But look, how bad? Anyway, guys. Delicious. So I'm gonna eat this, chill out for a while, and we'll catch you in a little bit for my meal number 5. Alright guys, next up we have got meal number 5 here. So for this meal, we've got 200 grams of chicken, we've got 100 grams of rice, 100 grams of pineapple, and 75 grams of green beans. So what I'm currently doing is getting the goat condiment combo out of the fridge here. So we've got French's American mustard, and we've got no added sugar tomato ketchup. Has to be no added sugar. So pineapple, which I've already had, 101 grams. Don't call the police on me. 1 gram over, it's off season. We're bulking. And then we've got our chicken, rice, green beans, and also a little bit of tomato in there as well, because fresh tomato is just hits different with the chicken and rice. So that was meal number 5. I'm gonna eat this now and get back into watching Harry Potter. We are on the Chamber of Secrets. Chloe has her meal prepared. Also guys, what are we saying about the IKEA pull-out couch here and the blanket? So proper chilled setup. One of my clients actually messaged me. So Owen, if you're watching this this YouTube video, mate, that couch is never getting put back under. One of my clients actually messaged me anyway, and he has the exact same pull-out couch, and he sent me a video of it literally pulled out, and he was like, just so you know, that thing is never staying under. It's never staying in couch mode. It's always going to stay in lounge mode. And yeah, it's pretty much been in lounge mode ever since. But look, not complaining, because I actually really fucking like it like that. To be honest, it's proper chill. It's actually decent enough size as well. So that was definitely a good purchase. So yeah, we're gonna eat this, guys, and chill out. We're definitely in the Christmas spirit now, in regard to like winding down, chilling out. You know, that like urge to just do nothing but just sit on the couch watching a couple of movies and chilling out. That's the sort of mood and sort of vibe we're in at the moment. So can't beat it. All right, guys, we are back for meal number 6. And this is actually probably my favorite meal at the moment. I am quite enjoying it, I must say. So we've got 75 grams of rice, smallest rice portion of the day, 200 grams of lean beef mince, and 2 whole eggs. Let me see if that will focus. Whoa, look at that, beautiful. So what I'm gonna do is just literally chop up the eggs here with the knife and fork into little pieces, just so I get like little bits of egg in there, little bits of yolk, and little bits of white. And then of course we got the 0 sugar ketchup that we're just gonna put a dash of on top. And then also with these meals, guys, as we have to have some micronutrients with every single meal, we have got 100 grams of berries, fresh strawberries here. So with any meal that like isn't like oats or cream of rice, I'm always going to opt for like fresh fruit. So I never really have I wouldn't really have frozen berries like with a meal like this and just like heat them up in the microwave on the side. That's just like, I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me, and I just think it's a little bit unusual. So I've opted for the fresh strawberries here. As in terms of like berries, you have to have fresh strawberries. Frozen strawberries just absolutely wank at it. So if I'm going to have fresh berries, strawberries are probably going to be my top tier berry, then raspberries, then blueberries. Sometimes you get the blueberries and they're like really soft and soggy. Sometimes you get the strawberries and they're like not right. But is there any nicer fruit out there than like properly, perfectly ripe fresh strawberries? I don't think there is. So last meal going down, guys. I'll put the macros for this meal up on the screen. And then I will also put the total calories and macros for the day up on the screen, which I would have mentioned earlier. It is 4641 calories. And then let me just get the macros up here. Obviously the macros are going to be on the screen, but I'll just read them off my phone here. So 354 grams of protein, 660 carb, and 65 fat. So carbs are actually like not ridiculously high. My protein is pretty high. Obviously protein was bumped up to kind of manage appetite post prep. I imagine though, with the size I'm at now and with the size I want to push to, protein will probably be kept this high moving forward anyway, which I don't mind, as I actually really like the bigger meat portions. Like I couldn't imagine going back to eating like 150 grams of mince or 150 grams of chicken when I first started with Cuba, because even now 200 just seems like so normal, and it doesn't even seem that much. Like I'm eating 200 grams of mince here and I'm like, It's not even that much, you know. So, but anyway, I think there is definitely some room to push the carbs up a good bit. And like I said, you know, that's probably going to be meal one, and then pre and post, and all pretty easy to consume carbs. Like, I mean, add an extra fucking 65 grams of cereal there or something. That's a good couple of 100 calories. That's just like easy adjustment to make. And you know, I haven't even had to bump the honey up or add in like fucking squares bars or muffins or like anything along these lines. I don't think I will, to be honest, as you know, there's no real need for it. I think I can actually consume, you know, 5,000 plus calories of clean food, no issue, for a decent period of time before my appetite goes. But I think this time around, like this off season, I definitely will probably lean towards making certain adjustments to my food plan just to make the food easier to get in, rather than just being stubborn and be like, no, I'm eating like 100% clean, I'm not going near like a single squares bar. I think when it gets to a certain stage, like, it's just going to be about getting the calories in, isn't it? But if you can keep it clean, guys, do. And like, when I get to that stage, honestly, when I get to that stage where I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a bit of cereal out here and add a bit of honey, or I'm going to have a squares bar instead of like having extra rice. When I get to that stage, like, it's going to be a very long time, and that's going to be after weeks and weeks and weeks of me like really trying my hardest to like get all the calories in with like a proper clean meal plan. Like, I'm not just going to, the second my appetite goes, bow out and be like, okay, I'm going to eat like loads of fucking squares bars now and just drizzle fucking 30-40 grams of honey on every single meal. I feel like a lot of people do that. Like, they just bow out immediately. They just think, oh, it's off season now, so I'm going to have 2 squares bars with my pre-workout meal and my post-workout meal like straight away, immediately off the bat. And I just think that's a lazy kind of approach, to be honest. So keep it as clean, guys, as you possibly can. Obviously, there's a little bit of wiggle room for some other additional bits in there to try and get the weight up at the end of the off season, but keep that for the end of the off season. Okay, so signing off here, guys. That's going to wrap up a full day of eating. Might do one of these for a rest day, might not, as my meals are pretty much exactly the same except for the pre-workout meal. So, you know, just smaller portions, guys, so it doesn't really matter. But I may do a little bit of an off-season update / cycle update very soon, just to fill everyone in on what I am kind of taking at the moment. I honestly feel like where I'm at right now, cycle-wise, it's probably like the best I've ever felt when I've been on cycle. So I think just the ratios of everything I have right now, and just where my body is at, and you know, everything else like that, I think I'm like in a sweet spot. So long way at last. So if you like the video, guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, drop a comment, and please share the video if you like the video. We lost out in a couple of weeks of momentum there, guys, so we are trying to build it back up and make sure we absolutely smash it out of the park in the new year. So yeah, I'll leave that there, and I will catch you in the next one.